Yesterday, Thursday, February the 4th, 2025, I posted an anachronism 4604 to the Anachronisms blog. It's called More Colors, number 51. It's an acronymic poem. I'll read the paint chip color. That is the first letter of each line. If you read it spelled downward at the end of the poem. Today was tough. It seems of late that each day gets tougher than the next. In actuality, however, this month, if things go as planned, let's just say that I'll get to experience events more positively significant than any I have in a very long time. Decades, maybe. And I'm not exaggerating in the least. So, dear diary, with fingers crossed and mind clean and focused, let's do this. Now, I put Dear Diary in there specifically because that is a big inspiration, and that's where I started taking these things, the verbiage from these poems from the get-go. 2 different dates in diaries that I had kept, and I used to keep diaries all the time. I've lost all the physical diaries when I became, shortly after I was homeless, but unfortunately, but I'd already pretty much gone through those, and I was kind of using then emails. I've always been used to be a very long-winded correspondent. We don't do that anymore, which is just absurd, kind of. But anyway, so I think to point out, and this, I just kind of feel like I should say this, these last poems have been a way to take my just kind of like first thought, best thought kind of thing in an effort to sort of just be silly, given the absolutely stressful nature of these specific times. We just had an election, or a inauguration of a president a couple of 2.5 weeks ago. It's not been fun for me. I mean, I know that I'm sure that a lot of people are enjoying this, but I'm not. Very much not. Very scared, very, even at times, very frightened, very worried, and very stressed at times about this. So I thought this would be a way to just whatever's on my mind. And it turns out that, I don't know, a third of them or more wind up being about the stress of the times, but I try to get away from that as much as possible. The paint chip color that I picked out that is the first letter of each line, if you spell it downwards, tea leaves.